Welcome to the video review of Beast Wars Deluxe Class Ramulus, a blood pink ibex mountain goat of death. Every once in a while, something comes along that just has it. And whatever it is, this guy definitely has it. There's just something about a mutant, biomechanical, blood red mountain goat that screams, you have to have this, even if it costs you your firstborn child. His colors do nothing less than simply rock. Despite his Hasbro default gray, his burly gunmetal brownish and deep magenta make him look all battle-worn and bloody. Emphasized by his exposed metal tubes and gears, he already looks effed up, yet still more than capable to take on an army of generic stock soldiers who plan to do something incomprehensibly sinister like kill all puppies or make rainbows illegal. He is simply beastly. And not like that Vanessa Hudgens movie, which I'm sure was the best thing ever. I gotta admit, where a lot of Transmetal 2s turn me off with their asymmetry, this guy rocks it, like a pro. Maybe I wouldn't have disliked the Transmetal 2 so much if asymmetry hadn't been a requirement for the line, but an aesthetic choice for select sculpts. Okay, so we all know the Transmetal's chrome paint chipping problem, and of the three Ramuluses I've physically held in my hand, this one has the worst case of it. I bought it brand new from eBay, and the paint started flecking off the second I got it out of the box. But don't let that discourage you though, I'm pretty sure in this case that's a fluke, and it could happen to any unfortunate Transmetal. The placement of his Transmetal 2 Spark Crystal, this thing looks like a shiny, majestic beast that probably holds the key to the destiny of the universe. The Spark Crystal hiding place is kinda lame, being that his face has to tear itself off in order to reveal it, except for the peephole glimpse at it on his forehead, which is much preferred by this reviewer, and really adds to the total awesomeness of this toy. It's kinda lame that there's some serious beast stomach made up of robot arms going on down here. The posability for beast mode is as good as any, except his stupid robot weapon forces the beast mode head to look down all the time. So either he's always about to charge something, or he perpetually has a case of the Mondays. However, this does allow for the terrifying rearing up pose where he beats your skull in with his hooves. Goat legs bend this way. If you finagle with his robot weapon, you can get his head to look forward instead of down, but it's not official, and it's hardly stable. His waist in beast mode is kind of spectacular. It doesn't really lock together, and the torso and pelvis just sort of rest against each other. His rear legs equal to awesome, with their big gnarly cloven toes and wickedly powerful hydraulic mega ankles. And honestly, I believe this beast mode offers some level of preferred transportation for this guy, both with speed and conquering comically gigantic mountains. Along with looking all majestic-y and stuff, he also looks borderline demonic, with spikies and pointies and shinies. I have trouble deciding whether he's divine creation or devil beast, which gives him a very cool mystique. This has to be my favorite non-show beast mode. And now on to transformation. Go ahead and pull off his horns, rotate the body up at the waist, swing the legs to the side, pull out the robot mode arms, and pull out the robot body. Slide it into place, and then peg the torso to the pelvis. Pull the beast mode head back, fold up the beast legs, stretch out the robot legs, fold out these little ankle pieces, and lastly, reveal the head. I don't know about you, but about this time in Beast Wars, I was starting to feel the transformations were getting too simple. Where the first beast really worked on hiding all the robot parts in beast mode, and the Transmetals tried to continue at least that complexity, Transmetal 2s just feel so lazy and put on. Admittedly, I do feel sympathy for a group of toy makers who have to make animal forms become human forms. You know, things that generally have 4 limbs and a head. All while trying to live up to the legacy that was cars and jets into human forms. That said, I have nothing but love for this robot mode. Save his shoulder legs. That mystique that made his beast mode so cool, in this mode, makes him seem like a loner, badass guru ninja warrior time traveler. I can't help but feel like this guy's incomprehensibly badass, like a Berserker, like Dinobot or Inferno. If they brought him into Season 3, I think he would have made a good substitute for Dinobot. I could just see him and Rat Trap throwing quips back and forth, getting into occasional fights, causing things to explode, but then secretly loving each other deep down, and a million fanfics get written about it. This is quite a righteous-looking robot. He's got a good build, everything seems to be in its right place, which can be an issue with things that change shape. The first time I showed this to my girlfriend, she asked me, why does it look like he's doing something naughty to a goat? You know that really cool head in beast mode that had the magical life-saving universe key? Yeah, it's back kibble now. Though it can be turned up to make an appearance in robot mode, with some spiffy light piping, it really needs to be in his chest, where the suspiciously light green spot is. He has the typical Transmetal 2 stressed out face, but he makes it work because he looks like the kind of guy that's always pissed off. Not sure why he has bat ears, but they look awesome sticking out of the back of his beast mode neck. He also has Mr. T's mohawk. I pity the fool! His arms have these cool stabby blades, which are vaguely scorpion-esque. And his legs are still all hydraulic-y and powerful looking, but now feature supportive springy heels. This weapon is lame. It has a hug attack. It had better shoot copious amounts of lightning out of it for it to be anywhere near cool. Oh, it does. You can kind of store this weapon on his back, and while it does add quite a bit of back kibble, it doesn't look too bad. But I still prefer it off. Pointy tail for poking out rear attacking enemies' eyes. This may be the cutest tail I've ever seen on a mutant death machine, and it still manages to be violent. Here he is next to Original Beast Megatron, Transmetal Optimus Primal, and Original Dinobot. Just your standard deluxe-sized figure. Somewhere out there are rumors of a green and tan repaint of this guy, I think. Plus a blue and gold version named Longhorn. This is a bitchin' figure in both modes. I gotta give it to the Beast mode simply because of the it factor, but this robot mode is nothing to shake a stick at, especially considering the epic failures of the Transmetal 2 line. For the Beast mode, I'm gonna give it a 9. For the robot mode, I'll give it an 8. And for the transformation, a 7. Giving this thing a total of 8. It truly has earned it. This has been the video review for Transmetal 2 Deluxe Class Ramulus, and thank you for watching. With his big cloven toes and... oh man. That's gonna be hard to say.